Telling them all they get some those prices, not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall.
What's wrong with you, nigga?
Only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Houston Texans. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he'll be
trying to finesse me already, huh? Nigga trying to finesse stop already, little bit. I know you can't stop them run. You struggle with them run. You hear me? Let me see what I can do. No, you can't audible. Run the route to stop the audible, nigga.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last...
Oh, my God, what this nigga just...
Down he goes.
Oh, my God, this nigga sent that pressure.
Sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his
that nigga sent that fucking heat.
They're in some hot water now after that sack.
It's cover 3. Cover 3.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Well, a heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is taken around the 12. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
On the check. Dragon 60. Ready.
Here's Stroud. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
The second down throw now from Stroud. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 6.
18, Pioneer.
Throwing now is Stroud. He sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Jones again on second down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Now a third down throw, but it misses.
You seen that pass?
Incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense,
Man, I hate fucking Trey Lance, son.
But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Okay, ready?
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number 1, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Was Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a punt of 42. 7 return.
I gotta go
and they will
conservative.
take over 1st and 10.
That nigga about to stress me the fuck out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, it's Jones. Fights through, and now a crease through the middle of the field. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 5. 78 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
Let's go.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out is not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
On the ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stroud. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Texans at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pulled in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They have punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stroud. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
He'll drop this down to Williams. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the
Take the fucking 3, nigga.
line.
That's that fucking shutdown.
One of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no
That was that fucking shutdown.
just wide of the upright.
That's what that shit do, make a nigga panic under pressure, nigga.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Lance to throw on second down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. A strong running. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 89 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Ready, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively.
Oh, my God.
In the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition.
Oh, my gosh.
They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
2nd and 10. On the bootleg, Stroud. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Then into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, I mean, they're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to get this across the 30-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Stroud now on 1st and 10. This one swung out to Williams. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Seven Pirates. Hey, smash. Ready.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Steps away to his left. That is caught. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Let's go.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams taken down at the 47-yard line.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Stroud looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball down the field almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
on is the punter man as he boots this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
On the set.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Down to about the 45.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lance. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter. Boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen. And they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. And Stroud now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Gray. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Option right, here's Stroud. Oh, a good move at the 5. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
70.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Third and 1. Stroud eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
His kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again, it's Jones. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But this defense knows, they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway right here.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes them up to 23. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready? Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Stroud to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud sets up the play action. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here goes Stroud again. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Hey, check that, street. Ready,
2nd and 10, here's Stroud. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18.
Let's go now. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Stroud working out of the gun. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's Stroud. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it. One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Touchdown, Texans. Javonte Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So it's all over.